Are you flatlining? And when people say, are you having any fun? You can't really honestly answer in yes. You're getting by. You might be distracting yourself, but you haven't remembered the last time you laughed really hard. Well, that's because your second chakra's collapsed. That fun center of us, that second center is our creative center. And when that center isn't working properly, it wasn't open and flowing, our creativity, our spontaneity, our sense of humor, our sense of joy and connection with the fun of life really does fly out the window. And sadly, because the world has been in a transition phase, and frankly, we are up-leveling, but it looks kind of messy and scary from the outside, it is really robbing a lot of people of a lot of joy. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to re-energize that second chakra, how to get your creativity, your spontaneity, your sense of humor, and your joy back, at least a little, so that you can navigate these transformational times in a way that is really more rewarding and not so scary. My name's Sonia Choquette. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to talk today about the second chakra. So first of all, where is it? You take your hands and just place them right below your belly button. For women, it's like right over your uterus, over your womb. For men, it's like right below your belly button, what we call the hara. This is sort of what I call your fireplace. And if your fireplace has lost fire, you're going to flatline. And what happens when you're flatlining is that you numb out. That is probably the biggest indication that your second chakra is shut down. You don't feel much. You're kind of checked out. You find your entertainment more in diversion and distraction. Maybe TV, maybe internet, maybe games, things that are just mind-numbing, and they don't really involve you. So that is one of the biggest indications that you're checked out, and that is actually adding to the problem. Do you know what activates your second chakra as fast as that? Being creative. Now, don't get scared. You don't have to be Picasso. You don't have to be Mozart. You don't have to invent something like Steve Jobs. You just have to remember that what makes us happy is to be creative. That's why we're here. So the symptoms of being a flatliner, not having a second chakra, is you're indifferent, you're depressed, you don't care, you're checked out, you're not listening, but most of all, you're not creating anything. And it doesn't, one of the things that I think has really blocked most of us from using our second chakra is we have had creativity monsters rob us of our creativity by judging our creativity as if they have the right to. I remember this so well, and even written about it in my books. When I was in third grade, Christmas, Sister Margaret Mary, Catholic school, auditioning the whole class to sing the Christmas musical, and she singled me out as not having a good enough voice, and the entire class sang the musical while I sat by the side. Now, if you ask me, that was just downright rotten. And it did prevent me from ever opening my throat chakra for years. I would never sing or never speak until one day I just remembered that you can't have that power. My creativity may not appeal to you, but you can't take it away from me because of that. So I want you to recognize we are all creatives, and nobody gets to judge it. Our creativity isn't necessarily only for providing support for ourselves and meeting our financial needs. It's for our joy. Our creativity is the voice of our spirit. It's the art of who we are, and we all need, not negotiable, to possess, to create, to own, express, and have fun with the art of who we are. Now, that art can be multifaceted. Maybe you like to create in the kitchen. Maybe you like to cook. I had another creative monster. I used to be married, and my husband at the time used to make terrible fun of me about what a terrible cook I am. So needless to say, I didn't go in the kitchen. I avoided it like mad, and I unfortunately lost out on a lot of fun that I could have had when I was in the kitchen if I would have allowed myself to be a little more self-protected and given myself the learning curve and working. This is my laboratory. I'm not here to impress anybody. I am here to experiment. So now I'm cooking again. I love what I cook. I haven't particularly gotten that much feedback from others because I'm not yet sharing that much, but the ones I have said, what are you talking about? This is perfectly lovely and wonderful. So a lot of people who are your creativity monsters might have just been jealous or territorial or just having a bad day. One time I was thinking, I wonder if Sister Margaret Mary ever really thought about what she said to me that day, and probably not. It wasn't even that personal. But at any rate, don't let your creativity monsters steal away the fun and the essence of your second chakra, your creative spirit, because once it starts flourishing, it starts flowering every part of your life. So maybe it's cooking, maybe it's singing. I know I sing all the time now. Do I sing on key? Not particularly. Do I care? Not at all. Is it fun? Absolutely. And I have a little band with my 2-year-old granddaughter. The two of us rock out daily, and she doesn't have a problem with it. She just pipes right in. So it's about fun. It's about joy. It's not about approval. It's about expression. In fact, if your throat chakra is blocked, it's because your second chakra got shut down way too early. Maybe you like to color, maybe you like to paint, maybe you like to design, maybe you like to do your hair, maybe makeup, maybe your nails, maybe you garden, maybe you like to create music with friends, maybe it's throwing parties, maybe it's creating poetry and writing. I mean, it's endless what we can do, and it's so true that so many of us, like the majority, have been kicked out of the creativity club by creativity monsters who we have to rebel against and take that power, and that's the right word, back. Take that power back. Our creativity is our divine power, and it is our imagination. It is the part of us that lets you experiment in the world. We don't need approval. We're not doing it for approval. In fact, don't give anybody the power to give you any approval. And if they don't approve, bye-bye. I'm not doing it for you. I am doing it for me. Now, that's very liberating. And when you can wake up that creativity, that's going to get the rest of your life moving. A lot of people are flatlining and say, I don't know what my purpose is, and I don't know why I can't connect with anybody. And it is because your second chakra got flattened like a pancake. And that all needs to resurrect and come back to life. Now, with sense of humor and your ability to try to do this for you, and it doesn't matter. You can create a mess. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It's just creative. But don't create drama, because drama is the substitute for real creativity. And that's what most of us do, is because our creativity was robbed, we create drama. I mean, at least it's something. And granted, it is something, but it's not something meaningful, satisfying, or fun. And it wears you out and just leaves you feeling more like you're not okay. You are okay. You can create a beautiful bath. You can create a beautiful playlist. You can create a great wardrobe. You can create a wonderful letter writing experience. You can create postcards, collages, design. You can create flower arrangements. You can create good conversations, new board games. You can create karaoke. You can create charades. Create. That's what we're here to do. And our second chakra is the fire that warms the life experience. Don't have a cold fireplace, and do not let anybody rob you of the fire, because that's your spark. That is your power. When you start playing again and being creative and letting this be your expression and not buying into all that BS that said it's a waste of time and get back to work and you're not good enough. I mean, none of us escape that, but we don't have to believe it. Sister Margaret Mary's been long gone, and she probably reincarnated with a frog's voice. Who knows? I don't care. It's not my problem or my business why someone tried to steal my voice, but thank God I took it back. And I really enjoy it. So I enjoy creating. It's what everyone enjoys. It is the secret to our happiness. You can create with paper and pen, with music, with your hair, with your environment, with your conversations, because it's all about imagination. And do you know what? If your life is not creating abundance and it's not creating connections and love, and if it's stuck in the water, it is this second chakra. There's no fire in the fireplace. So here's the key. Just willing to create something that is quite possibly judged by others, but who cares? Create for yourself. Don't create for approval. Don't create for approval. And goodness sakes, the first commandment is not to have false gods, and other people's approval is the biggest false god we can have. They might say that's wonderful, but who are they? Maybe what they're saying it's awful could be wrong. When I wrote my first book, I went to a woman that was a client of mine and asked her if she would edit it because she was a professional editor. And do you know what she said to me? She said, "Is English your first language?" Beth, my creativity took a big hit. I was embarrassed. In fact, I was ashamed. And that is the lowest vibration we can have on the frequency level. So it took me a minute. But then I got mad and I thought, you know what? Even if it's not, maybe vibration and intuition is my first language, and I'll learn how to cross the T's and dot the I's, but I know what I know about awakening intuition, and nobody's going to take that from me, or my love of writing. 30 books later, thank God, I did not let someone make me doubt myself, and don't let anyone make you doubt yourself either. We don't have to create for approval, and nobody gets a vote. We create for fun because that is what we're here to learn. And we're not going to learn it by going for only perfection and approval. We can't even get in the sandbox then. We have to create a mess, lots of them, and enjoy it, to feel, to sense, to wake up the power of our imaginations and to express ourselves. So if your life is not expressing, then get out of your head and get your hands into some Play-Doh, get your hands into a sandbox, get your hands into a garden, get active, do something creative for its own sake, not because you have to have any product or outcome. In fact, throw it away. Make a painting, throw it away. Make a beautiful cake, eat it up, give it away. Make a lovely outfit, spin it around the block, change it up. But enjoy the process. That's what heals the second chakra, and that's what will open up the third, which is your power, and your heart, which is your availability, and your expression, which is your connection to the world, and your vision and your spirit, and gets it all going. So please take your power back, and if anybody made you doubt yourself along the way, for whatever reasons, forgive them. Forgive them, and don't even be concerned why. If you have to go beat up a pillow and tell them screw you for 15 minutes or scream in the shower, do. But that's not going to fix it. The only thing that's going to fix it is to dive back into the playground and play again. Create. That is what humans play is. Be creative. Don't create drama, because drama is not satisfying. But you can create performance. You can create. Go take a karaoke class, take an art class, make a video, make a movie. Everybody has with their cameras now. Create with freedom and love in your heart. You enjoyed this and you feel that second chakra fire sparking up, and you want more in tips and encouragement to live the most glorious, beautiful, intuitive, very successful life. Hit the notification button and subscribe, and I'll see you the next time. Big hugs. All my love. Bye.